Previously on Dice and Daydreams.
Hey, is this Daisy?
Yeah. Yes.
Hey,
yes.
it's Toasty. Listen, I got a job for you.
Well, I think I'm the perfect bear for the job.
There's sort of cigars burning, like half-burnt cigars just burning around, scattered
Yeah.
around, still lit for some reason, but...
Forest fires. Only you can prevent forest fires.
Only you can cause a lot of forest fires.
Guess it's time to get back out there.
Bonnie,
Yes.
you get a text on your phone because you're a modern bear.
I have a blackberry.
Berry.
You're welcome.
This is gonna be great. One last job. We need you. Why do we need to do this again? Why am I 95?
If you met him in a forest, he wouldn't even be worth it.
I want to hang out at the con and talk about honey.
That's so old.
Cars are faster than humans most of the time.
All the time?
No, because cars can get stuck in traffic.
Oh, he's really cool about it. He said he's like smoking cigars with his best buddy, and he's like, man, it's the best last job I've ever had.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Dice and Daydreams here. We are here with our honey heist hack with our band of bandit bears. Rawr. Welcome back to this episode. Last time we did the planning phase of this heist, you all were met by a lovely gentleman named Leslie Glormp, who, after being called in by your contact Toasty, a fellow bear, we were trying to rob Funny Bunny's Sunny Honey at HoneyCon 2017. Look it up, it's in the rules. Anyways, this is HoneyCon 2017. We're trying to rob this honey convention, a pretty nice convention hall where there is a recipe to Bunny's secret recipe in the back rooms. We're trying to get back there, steal her recipe worth $16 million. And if you happen to take some honey in the warehouse on the way out, who's to say that that's a bad idea?
Who's to say?
Who's to say? And we'll start off with our cast of characters who are back here for our second episode. You want to start us off?
Daisy, played by myself, Anna Margaret. Daisy's a little bit of a new flower to this heisting business, but is very excited. Armed with my cosplay Instagram as a bear. I think I'm ready to take on this heist.
Yes.
And then drive us away safely, right?
Yes. With your grandfather, right?
That's me. I'm the grandfather. I'm Big Papa Smokey. My voice changed 30 times during the first episode, but I'm gonna say it's based on the smokers thing because we've been doing a lot of cigars. I'm going for my last heist, bringing my granddaughter, my old friend, and I'm supposed to be the brains of the operation, but it seems like I have been messing up a little bit because I'm going more bear than criminal, and we will see how that goes on. But I mentioned my cigar-smoking friend, who is...
Cash. I'm Yawg, and my character is Cash. I'm a washed-up black bear who's the face of the operation, just loves cigars and loves lying to people.
And speaking of lying to people, you're going to be our main security for this. Taking over.
Yep.
Yes.
But now we talked about day of, or taking out a security guard, and you'll be assuming that role. So we have our two cosplayers, we have a security guard, and our lovely taxidermy.
Hi. So I am Parker, and I am playing Bonnie, who is our slick little honey badger thief, and she'll be actually a little still for the first part of this. So she's going in as a prop.
Awesome. So we have parked a car very successfully at the end of last episode, right outside the warehouse that is in the back of this HoneyCon. I talked about it between sessions to our players. I did realize that such a successful criminal act should be rewarded, and therefore, Anna, if you could please have Daisy remove a point from bear and add it to criminal. If you max out by hitting 6 at any of these, something goes wrong with your characters. Either A, you go a little crazy and go all bear if you max out your bear, or you go full criminal and betray the team if you max out criminal. Now, there are ways to cancel out those points we didn't talk about last time. To be able to remove a little bit of bear, you're able to have a flashback inserted appropriately, of course, that'll help out the situation in which you came up with a very criminal activity to save you from the precipice of bearhood.
Smoking in a back room.
And to prevent going to criminal, you have to get your hands on some honey, and a good amount of honey indeed.
Well, thank God it's here.
Yeah.
We'll be fine.
HoneyCon is the place.
I will say, someone just bear scooping some honey might look a little suspicious, though. So that's
Criminals, honey. bear, to save the bear, flashback to us being criminal.
Yes.
And
Yes. To make yourself more crimey, do crime. To make yourself more bear, eat honey.
could we just like, is Winnie the Pooh like a big deal? Like if the voice actor for Winnie the Pooh was here, would we be like losing our mind? Because
I assume Jim Cummings. Yes, I was assuming Jim Cummings was present. I just
Oh my
didn't
God,
know.
At the con.
Canonically at our con.
yeah.
Yeah. I did every actual celebrity I have a legally distinct name of because I'm not sure where the legal things go here. So that's all fun. So
Very good.
yeah.
All right. Yeah, I feel like we're all ready.
Awesome. So this is the day of HoneyCon 2017. Now, most cons are several days, but you know what? We're making it up as we go along. So this is day one of HoneyCon. And we are here in, I assume y'all want to get there a little bit early, right? So we got a big heist to peruse.
Well, and you need to.
You need to
I
knock
know,
somebody out.
I need to find
You got to be
somebody
there
to-
even more early.
Right.
Yeah, so I assume first thing's probably going to getting this security outfit, right?
The
Right.
first thing was we gave everybody proper snacks and nutrition so we wouldn't be stressed out for later. And I gave everybody a little shot of honey before we left.
A shot of honey before we left.
We all we all take our cups and we say,
Nice.
death is not upon us today, and we shall have the honey. We shall have the honey, and we'll just
Smokey's a wild card.
Smokey.
That's like a pre-heist tradition. I've wanted to be a part of it for ages.
Yeah. No, very important canonically. Was that in bear or was that in human?
that has to be in bear. Yeah.
Leslie is just sitting up the side like, cheers, I guess. And I think, anyways, we ready to head out, squad?
Oh my God.
That's so funny. Leslie's not coming, yeah?
Oh, I'm just gonna go to the con, so I figured I'd bum a ride. Is that okay?
Why didn't we just use him? He's gonna go to the con.
You're coming.
Yeah, like a
We
general
could have used him for anything. Distractions.
You
things.
talked all in bear for like 3 days. I figured you didn't need me.
I didn't think he was gonna still be here.
I didn't think you were coming. Wait. Would it help us though if they don't like him? They fired him.
It might be nice to have a man on the
However,
inside
we
just
did-
walking around.
We did leave our car there already, so actually we bum arrived.
That's true.
He goes, I'll order an Uber XL, okay.
An Uber extra.
A minivan equivalent of an Uber pulls up and you guys are ready to go to the site. He goes, "Oh, I'll take shotgun." And he jumps on in with the driver and starts, distracting them because a bunch of bears just walked into the back of the car.
Right. Yeah, that's fair.
All right, so you all pull up at the venue space. I'm assuming you're trying to get a security job. You want to be there a little bit early, right? You try to get a job. Yeah. So we'll say you get there around 8 a.m. so that we have enough time to do what you need to do. All right, cool.
So I'm gonna just sort of skulk around in the early morning light here and look for where the staff entrance would be. And I'm just keeping my eye out for the biggest, most burly security guard in the joint.
Oh no.
Is this like prison rules? You got to check out the big guy first?
The big guy.
The outfit's gotta fit him.
Oh, the outfit's got to fit him. Okay, I thought you were just like, I only want to take out the big guy.
Well, for the trousers to fit.
Right.
It's also an honor thing.
Yeah, absolutely. You see some very average-looking people walking through and just doing normal security guard thing. Seems that they have these little the retractable key cards that people have on their waist. So a couple of them beep on into the main building. Very clear. You see a couple people walk up because they think the con opens early. You need to get the classic con. No. It's 9 o'clock. They tap the watch. Too early. And then you see sort of coming around the side this very junky I don't know how to describe it, but basically a very old junky car that's sort of chugging along the way. And the man inside is a very, very stout figure, a very large gentleman, very muscular, all of that kind of stuff. And in the classic Mr. Incredible way where he barely fits in this vehicle, and it's they clearly don't make one for a gentleman of this size. And he pulls up. You can see him sort of looping into the parking lot. But it's clearly for staff.
I'm gonna sort of tail the car a little bit. Into the parking lot where there's no people.
Okay. Is this a solo mission?
Yeah, I think this is a solo mission.
Okay.
Yeah, because we want to be low key about this.
Wait, can
I am definitely just on his back,
with our
whether or not
You know, yeah.
we've got niche micro internet celebrity status. So I think we should be on call to like, if this goes poorly, cause a distraction.
I also think we talked about doing a distraction if needed already.
Okay.
So
That's a good idea.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, because we talked about distracting.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we have like radios or something. I'm assuming, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, you have a cell phone and I have a cell phone.
Yeah,
Okay.
you guys can get some
We have
prime
a group-
radios. That's
we have a
fine.
group text, but you guys never look at it.
He's really upset because everybody went for a group text, but he really wanted to use the radios, and he really wanted us all to be on the same page.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you guys remember the con pigeon? Can I have a con pigeon?
What is a con pigeon?
Okay, so con pigeon. Sometimes at conventions, a bird will just like get into the hall.
Okay. Yeah.
And
In the rafters.
since I'm
Oh.
not the most technologically
You want a
advanced,
con pigeon.
can I have a con
Yes.
pigeon?
This
Yeah.
is beautiful and
Cigar
gorgeous.
holding.
I want you to roll bear.
Okay, I'll roll bear for con pigeon.
Yes, you're trying to. You're communing with nature. This is as much bear as you can get.
1.
You got a 1. Okay. You have the equivalent of a cyborg of a pigeon, right? It is ready to do whatever you need it to. It is like literally just gives you a little wing salute. It just,
You
just very intense stare at you.
you are my child.
Well,
Okay. What do you
Bobby's
wanna-
just on the back of him. Like,
What do you want to do with your new boy?
I just give him a little pet. And,
Yeah.
I was like, we will call upon you when we need you.
Cool. Flies off.
the raptor.
I can't believe this is our game.
Eyes in the sky.
The ones in airport and cons, they're just apparently
Yeah.
there. They're waiting. And they're sitting on-
Yeah. What do you mean? Okay, so this is like definitely a very classic public parking garage. Next, you see the security officer doing the laps up in it.
I'm going to scuttle down his back, and then to help, I'm going to like run behind like a track. Like I'm going to go very, very quickly
Yep.
past him
Okay,
to see if this guy will follow me behind something.
like the dude.
Like, what was this? Yeah, the security guard that he's trying to get. Like, what was that?
So you are a suspicious-looking animal in a parking garage next to where this gentleman works as a security officer,
Correct.
which makes it very natural
Yes.
for him to want to do this. Absolutely. Roll. This is bear, I think. Yeah, this is bear for sure.
Just by itself?
Yeah.
Okay.
2. Okay. Yeah, you have bared. Yeah. So you see this gentleman who's just sort of goes, what the hell? He definitely puts his hand closer to his like taser side than his gun side for sure. And he's just sort of like, okay, and then like starts walking towards your general
Yeah.
part.
And I've like scurried behind like where there's a bunch of like those
Yeah.
big trash cans
Yeah.
outside of conventions.
Yeah.
I've like scuttled behind like a rat or
Yeah.
something big.
Yeah.
And I'm just waiting to see if he'll just follow
Okay.
him back into this thing that's very closed in.
Love it. I need a criminal roll from you to see how well you hid yourself for this ambush.
Okay. Oh, that's not great. That's a 4.
Uh,
Not terrible.
Okay. 4 is, you're right, 4 is not abysmal. So you go to take this hiding position, but you are, as we have established, a large black bear. So I think as he sort of rounds this corner, you see, he's just like, is that a skunk? Like, why is there a skunk in here? And he's like reaching towards his taser, and then it's like one of those classic pole reveals, like those giant cylindrical like cement poles where you just kind of like out of the corner of the eye, there's just this black wall staring at him. And he immediately turns and goes to taser you.
Oh,
go for his ankles.
Okay, well there. Yeah.
My skill is carnage.
Oh,
Because
okay.
I'm a honey badger.
Okay, hit me. What does it do?
I think I'm just really, really
Violent?
violent.
Okay, okay.
Like my, because other ones are like terrify and
Yeah.
swim and
Yeah.
like climb. No, I think I'm just
Yeah.
violent.
Yeah, roll bear.
So I think he pulls the taser and I go, "Huh."
Yeah, roll bear, for sure.
Alright. And I get to roll it. When I use the bear one, do we use 2? Is that correct? When I use my bear skill, yes. I
Yes.
roll 2 dice and pick the lower.
Yes,
Is that
yes,
correct? Okay. I was double checking. That is a 2.
The 2, okay, yeah.
I'm going for his ankles.
Yeah, absolutely. You definitely see him go, what the hell? Whips out this taser and then goes, "Ah!" as his ankle gets shredded by this honey badger. You can see just the bone and viscera just.
I was so
The
cute.
pants might not be usable at this point, but at least.
So cute. You can roll the cups.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, I
Cuff your
think the action's on you right now. This gentleman has had his ankle torn to shreds.
Ankle's torn.
probably
He's
falling.
distracted.
Uh-huh.
Definitely.
We're going.
You could argue that he's quite distracted.
So I'm gonna try to play it a little less, a little less feral.
Yeah.
And just sort of maybe a little more stealthy, and just try to choke him out from behind.
This is very criminal.
Chokehold,
Please,
yes.
please roll criminal. Thank you.
Chokehold.
2. Okay, I love it. Yeah, so yeah, very much the classic please stop screaming at this moment style where you are taking this man who has just had his ankle ripped out of his socket and just fully take him down.
Just go
Yeah,
to
yeah.
sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Just the taser shoots off into the ceiling at one point. Oh, full and gushing blood again out of his foot. But you have 80% of a security uniform.
Perfect.
Gosh. Is there anything else on him?
Yeah, I mean, so you got basically his badge, his gun, his taser, his classic outfit. He's got like a lot of chewing gum, just like a really upsetting amount. He's got a skull tin, which actually might make up for the chewing gum, and like a phone and a wallet.
Okay, taking it all.
Taking it all? Okay, lovely. Yeah, Jeremy Johnson is your new legal identity. You're a security officer. And you have a slightly bloody pair of pants, and the rest of that is a pretty good security. And it's at the hem, right? So like this is something you could probably tuck into with food or something like that.
Right,
but yeah,
right.
this- what are you doing with him?
There's a trash can right
So
there.
there is the trash can right
Yeah.
there.
You put him in the trash can?
I just ripped his ankle apart. I don't
He's
care.
not dead.
He's not dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, are you like blood
So,
loss?
so
Eventually
he's a
gonna
security
get
guard.
help.
Does he have any sort of like handcuffs or zip ties or anything? on
Yes,
to
for
restrain
sure,
him?
for sure.
All right, so we're just gonna cover him with garbage, and tie him to like the largest piece of garbage, something that he wouldn't be able to like really move away
there's
from.
like metal like rods
In the trash.
This
Okay.
is the boxes all over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll me
That's
a
okay.
criminal roll for hiding this body.
This seems like
And you can do it
fair.
with
Can I
assistance.
help?
Yeah, you can just roll with
Roll
advantage.
2.
There's 2 of
Okay,
you.
cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. 2. Love it. Okay. Yeah, you hide this man. You hide him in a lot of trash and garbage. Yeah, that's absolutely how this works, for sure. I'm going to write just one little note for myself.
Can
Okay.
I
Yeah.
have
Should I-
the forethought to cover his mouth?
To cover his
So like,
mouth.
so if he wakes up,
Yeah, I think that'll
it's in a
that'll
very
count.
echoey.
Yeah, absolutely.
thing.
Yeah, y'all did a great job rolling together for sure. Yes, you can gag this man with trash as he leads to death.
I'm gonna just take my stats at all.
Oh yeah.
Air versus
What's up?
criminal.
So yes, I was going to say this is our first transition to moving a stat out of bear, as you have very silently and very prudently taken this man out. That's a very succinct criminal act, so please feel free to
Sure.
yeah. So you are now at 4 criminal and 2 bear.
Very good.
Great, very good. We have taken on this outfit. All right, so you are taking the outfit. What are you doing at this point?
Okay, so we got to meet back up with these two, and then reconvene for our grand entrance into the hall.
Yeah, I think Leslie's left you at this point. He's just sort of doing like normal human Eticon stuff. He got fired, but it's not like they're like you can't ever attend our convention, right? Like yeah, so he's just sort of being there in the present.
I feel like while they were doing that, we were making like content just to like taking little videos and
Be a
stuff.
little distracting.
Well, no, just in case we need to post something big. Oh yeah, we made content while we're here to like have that for later.
Tag the con.
Yeah.
Just for me, do a criminal roll on this one.
Fucking 1.
1. Okay. Hey, hell yeah. This is honestly this
Some of our
this
best
dance is probably gonna go pretty viral.
Yeah. Some of our best work.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I love it. And
Yeah.
like honestly, the cosplay doesn't even look that bad comparatively, right? Like you're doing a pretty good job. Classic bear
Lots of
TikTok.
filters.
Yeah, lots of filters. Awesome. Okay, so you meet back up with the group as you're TikToking.
Right.
We'll post it on Musical.ly and Instagram. We should start to have like 2 platforms.
Yes, I love us. We're branding it. Appreciate. I see you did it.
We did it.
I am wiping blood from my
yeah.
I see you did something. Is he dead?
Not yet.
No, yet.
You see, like he's just kind of like, oh shit, maybe we should just kill him. He's like kind of like thinking about it, like,
That's fine for now. And then she just gets on her little standee.
Yes, a little
She
standy.
cleaned
Yes,
herself
yes,
off and she's like,
honestly, the blood actually works for you anyways. For the standy.
So
Okay.
Do we have to pick up your badges?
yeah, I guess I could.
So you're gonna go with them and do normal
Mhm.
stuff. Got it. Okay, cool. So yeah, you wait until about like 8:45. They start opening the badge pickup. Obviously, the con doesn't open until 9 for VIPs and guests and stuff like that. But you're all set from that. The badge pickup is nothing special. You have VIP badges. Set, well, except for one thing, unfortunately. As you do get to this booth, there's a young woman working there, and she goes, "Hi, how can I help you?"
We're just here to pick up our badges.
Okay, and are you standard guest, VIP,
Cosplay?
cosplay guest? Okay, cool. And can I get the name that's under?
No, I guess it's gonna happen.
It was
thought it
Bear.
was
Bear it all.
Yeah.
Bear
We
it
bear
all.
all.
We bear all. Okay, awesome.
God, that's so good.
I have one badge here for We Bear All.
I knew you were gonna do this.
Oh no.
There's clearly two of us here, and he's holding on to something.
Oh, there must have been a mistake. We need 2 badges.
Oh, okay. 2 badges, great. This isn't really my thing, so I've got to call my manager and just see where they have the badges because they're probably.
Don't you know who we are? We are a big. I'm like shaking as a dog. Don't you know?
No, don't
I
worry.
remember who
Don't
we
worry.
are.
There's a logistical mistake. Yes, thank you for your help.
So, unless I'm mistaken, I think that was a pretty visible frustration that.
Oh yeah,
Smokey
no,
just-
that bear is fucking high.
Yeah,
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 absolutely.
So,
Yeah.
please put another point in bear. No.
Shit. Okay, right. We just went into.
Yeah, so you now currently have 1 in bear and 5 criminal. 5 in bear, 1 criminal.
I thought we had a moment to roll. I didn't know.
No, the game
I'm
has
gonna
like
be fucking bear real soon.
the game has like 10 rules, and you're like,
You know what?
We end the game by literally just killing
killing
We
everybody.
brought this shit up because we go to conventions and I'm supposed to have a badge for him, and then when I don't have it, I'm like, I don't know who. I'm like, I'm not ever like, who do you not know who I am? But I am like. No, like I have my assistant or like my person is here. He needs to have a thing, and I'm very respectful of people in their jobs. But it is frustrating when you don't have. So you're a motherfucker.
I'm in like panic apology mode. Like
Yeah.
I messed up.
I set this up so Lou would get frustrated.
I said it. Look, as the DM, I'm supposed to love you all and also give you obstacles, and this was one of
Yeah.
them.
I knew it was gonna be a badge.
We fell for it.
All right. So she's like, yeah, I'm not talking to you because you're not the one who's ready to lift
Yeah,
up
oh my
right now.
gosh.
Yeah.
We definitely need some help.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just give them a call real
Thank
quick.
you so
She
much
very
for your
nervously runs
Here,
off.
I'm gonna shove my badge
Yeah.
at Papa Smokey so that you can go in. And I'm gonna make sure she kind of hears this too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, here, you take the badge we have so that you can go in and get everything set up for us. We want to make sure that we get everything we need to film today. I'll stay here and get the second badge.
I love this. Now,
I'm gonna try to shove Papa Smokey towards them.
absolutely.
Okay.
Another security guard sort of clocks that you're over there, Jeremy, and he goes, "You got this. Everything good."
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
cool.
yes, we're good. Very good here.
This is second. You were tired of it.
I love it. You know what? I don't even need a roll for you. That's awesome. That's great. And he goes, "Yeah, all right, cool." And yeah, you see him walk off. A little tag name,
Bags.
Dave, written on it.
Great.
He's like, Dave is my friend. now.
Dave is my
Dave's
friend.
my
Yes.
friend, yep. You can call me JJ. I've already have a whole backstory for my security guard.
Well,
Player.
you're the new him, so.
I am now. Boy, I've never had to role play someone role playing someone else. This is a new, deeper level.
Yeah.
I'm really testing a lot of things.
Quick, give him the kick. He's stuck.
Roleplayception.
Role playception. Oh,
So, okay, yeah. She comes back a minute later and she's like, "All right, my boss will be here in like 2 minutes. Is that okay?"
No stress. Totally fine. I sent on my partner in
Oh, okay, yeah.
just so that like
Yeah.
I get
She's her
frustrated.
PSA partner, and then is one of those people who clocked it and was like, "Huh, okay," and just sort of like doing the mental math in her head.
Associate.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
They think you're gay.
Well,
No.
That's the joke. Is that
Yeah.
everyone's always like, oh, like, I say partner
No.
for.
Oh
for
no,
my boyfriend.
more the fact that a young person, a very old
Oh,
person.
yeah, like,
Yeah.
I was the other
But
thing.
that
Yeah.
happens.
That also
So
happens.
like,
all
I
the
say
time.
partner, and
partner
people are like,
for
oh,
Anna
and I'm like,
and for
Yeah.
wait, no, hold on. No, wait, hold on. Different.
you know, I have to imagine though that Daisy would
Ever clock that?
wouldn't clock it. You're like, yeah, my
Yeah,
partner,
yeah.
my Instagram. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's more for sure. The person at the front desk is just like, huh, all right, yeah, sure. That's what they're like, yeah, okay.
I will say I was holding on to Bonnie, so I'll be able to,
Yeah.
to bring
So
Bonnie
yeah,
in.
team Bonnie Smokey. What's your plan?
I'm gonna go on in, and I'm gonna try and find like a close section on like a wall or
Yeah.
a bench, something that looks
I
like
would
again.
look for that stack of chairs that always ends up near
Yeah.
Anacon.
Oh, so
where it's like so
That's
high up.
that's so real.
The stack of chairs at the back of a convention hall that's just so, and you just go act like you're going to film a dance or something,
Yeah.
and set
Yeah.
my little figure down on the chairs, but behind part of the
See,
stack.
the problem is you work so many cons that I keep wanting to give you advantage for being too real, and it's so good. It's like it's the most real thing that you.
I was like, you know that stack of chairs
Yeah.
they don't let us touch but are there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That
Cool. I mean, you are definitely trying to, first of all, come to life,
one.
climb a stack of chairs,
Yes.
and then unscrew and enter a vent.
Correct.
Which is, I would argue, a very
Correct.
stealthy criminal activity.
So my thought is
yes, hit me.
I get them to like pretend like they're doing a dance. They
Yep.
set me on like the back row of chairs where like they
Yeah.
have multiple, so you can't see the things
Yeah.
in the back row.
Yeah.
And then they like act like they need a better location, so they just leave me.
Yes.
So that like
I'm at
the tension is not there. Attention
yeah,
will be
Yes.
at this loud phone playing music.
I will
Cool.
100%
And
agree
like,
with that.
and then I will wait until they are far enough away to be like, and now I try and figure this
Okay.
out.
I won't give you advantage on
No,
this, but I
but
will give
that
you,
is my
if,
idea.
if things go wrong, I'll allow you to make a distraction.
Okay.
Yeah. or attempt more.
Okay.
I'm so criminally, and I'm not worried at all about turning into a bear full of cigar.
Criminal one, correct? Yeah.
This is a criminal. Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
2.
2. Okay. All right. So yeah, it takes you a second because the chairs are not, they're not a ladder. They're not meant to be climbed, especially succession.
Yes.
But it's a little wobbly. But eventually, you get the grate unscrewed, and it's a little like.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like anyone's, and you kind of like get it right back in place, and you're able to be inside the ventilation system.
In the ventilation system.
All right, now this is a completely out of this game roll. I'm gonna need you to give me a D20 roll. This is a luck roll, 100%.
A D20.
Pick which one.
This is
Ooh.
definitely that one. Yeah,
Okay.
the one that's literally jumping out of the dice.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
13.
13.
That's pretty lucky. That's a pretty
Yeah.
lucky.
13 's such a
That's
lucky
not bad.
number.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
13 on luck roll?
Whatever you would assume the temperature would be at a con, it's that. There's
Nice.
there's no extra heat. There's no extra cooling. It's a pretty standard ventilation.
And
They're
it's
they're trying to
69
run temp.
degrees.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. Yeah.
Always in my house.
Awesome. All right, so you get in this vent, you do the thing. You've done a lot of criminal stuff. Why don't you throw another point in criminal and a point out of bear,
Okay.
which I think is your first transition, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Where are we all at? You're at.
5 bear, 1 criminal.
Okay.
I need a flashback.
2 bear, 4 criminal.
Okay.
2 bear, 4 criminal.
Okay. All right. All right. Sounds like maybe we want to get some honey in reserve. And also, Smokey might want to do some crime.
Yeah.
Smokey's gonna fucking. He's feeling like, oh my god, I'm just this grumpy old man now,
He's like,
and I'm
"Oh, yeah,
not
my
even having
hair."
fun. I wanted to go meet my favorite, the legally distinct Winnie the Pooh guy, and also I wanted to go make cool videos, and nobody noticed me in my persona. I've been trying so hard, and he's like having this like inner thing, and he's like. And he kind of like has a moment where he's like, okay, I'm gonna calm down.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the best fucking criminal they've ever seen. I'm gonna be the best. And he's like talking to
Yeah.
himself in this corner to like hype himself up. for
Cool.
the job.
Yeah. I mean, Cash, you're right next to Smokey as he's doing this.
yeah. And follows on TikTok. And then like gives the card and runs
Are
away.
you good? You good right now?
No, good.
Just you, good.
We made it in because we were finally given the badge, and
Yeah.
so that's why we're next to you now.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I was gonna say you grabbed the badge and now you are finally able to rejoin them after they have this touching
I
moment.
assume do we walk.
We'll just walk up onto this like mental breakdown.
Yeah.
And
But
just-
remember, you've got to remember that story you told me of the time where like you were in this tough situation and then you like danced to get out of it? Like, do you remember that?
He looks back, but it's just his time as like a bear in the circus.
Yeah, I was
And
gonna
it's just
say,
like
yeah.
it's
Okay,
this
okay.
like thing where he's like, you know, he was in a traveling circus at first, and he would at night commit little crimes and then go back to work in his thing, but he hated being there because everybody was bad. So it's just about him, and he's got a little hat on, and he's just doing this like little go around in the thing.
Why do you think our dances are so good?
It's a history.
Who knew that we were going to have such a deep emotion?
Yeah.
It's his last job. It's important.
It's fine. When Smokey eventually dies on this job, apparently is what we're setting up.
No,
The character with the
Death
most
flags are
back. Yeah.
that'd
Okay.
be crazy.
Okay.
So he'll
Yeah.
relay that he did get Bonnie into the bed,
Yep.
or at least put her. She did herself. But
Yeah. Sweet.
she got
I pieced out.
Yes. All right. So let's take it up with Bonnie in the bench, and then we'll jump back to the three of you. Okay.
So
What do you
where,
get?
where would you say on this map our chair stack is? I know
Ah.
it's normally like far to one corner, but
Okay.
what corner it?
So
I
you
might
see,
have.
if
It came
you
in here.
if you go outside of roll call,
Mhm.
right? So one thing that might not be the clearest on this
Yeah.
map is that the entrance to the lobby from both
Mhm.
sides.
This one.
Yeah. So that entrance and the one closer to you as well
Okay.
are to like the actual outside.
Okay.
Whereas the farthest one is to more hallway.
This to more hallway.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Uh,
we came in from roll call. Did we go towards the main part or more hallway?
So what I'm gonna say is you see how seminar room 1 is
Mhm.
the farthest one.
Mhm.
Basically you're into that hallway and around the corner a little bit, basically behind where the main stage is.
Okay.
Okay,
So
yeah,
that's where the
vent is. Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Cool. So I got a way to go.
Yeah, exactly.
because if you're on the main stage here, is this the correct way for the?
Yep,
facing?
yep, absolutely.
So then, okay.
Well, actually, so when eventually things are done this way, it'll be
Got it.
because you exit.
This
Got
way.
it. Got it. Got it. Got it.
Yeah.
That works a lot better. Okay, cool.
Cool. Awesome. So we have Bonnie in the vent.
Okay. I guess I'm literally just going to start scurrying through the vent towards because we got the map towards where I know like the green room and stuff is
Okay.
to like try and get back there.
Yeah.
But I am also keeping an eye out on the floor to see where the CEO is so that
Okay.
I can text
Yes.
and let them know where
Okay.
to be.
So
What time is this roughly?
In the day.
the
Yeah.
con will just open. So this
Yeah.
is like the 9 a.m.
It's just at
9
9. Got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
We'll probably have time move a little faster
Yeah.
than we
Yeah, yeah.
normally would, right? Just because there's a lot of events that happen.
No, for sure. This makes sense just because we know 10:30 she'll be
Yeah.
at the stage, so
Mhm.
we
Yeah.
got like an hour plus before.
Absolutely,
she's over.
absolutely. So, you all get in with general or the VIP entrance, right?
Mhm.
So security guard and 2 VIPs. You're there and you're in. So obviously, there's a lot less people right now, right?
Yeah.
Like it is the classic hour before most people are let in, right? So the special guests are allowed to like basically walk around. The vendors are setting things up. There's people moving things around in jars. The vents. I mean, you have a freeway. It's the vent system,
Yes.
right? Obviously there's
Nobody's in my way.
yeah, cool and heat being pumped in, but nothing too extraordinary where you're like, oh my god, I'm gonna die in here, right? You're able to basically move freely through there. As we kind of cut back to you all, I assume you're heading into the general hall, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. So as I said, there's people setting up, there's vendors, there's giant stacks of honey behind people. Sometimes even so much so that you're like, this is probably way too precariously placed on these vendors. There's all types of people here, right? There's clearly smaller companies that are not funny bunnies, but other honey sellers who are allowed to be here. Obviously, there's one titan of the industry, but everyone else is still allowed to come here sell. It's a celebration of all things honey. We have a number of different personalities. We see a number of the special guests who are like sort of walking in. Some of them you recognize. from classic human music, like the Swedish artist Michael Jackson, and many others.
What'd you call him? A Swedish artist?
Yeah, he's Swedish. There's many of these celebrities are sort of going to and fro. It's their time to like check out the booths without being bothered and harassed and all things like that. So a lot of the vendors are still setting things up, but they are also catering to the fact that the VIPs, this is their window, and so it's a nice time to like let them do their shopping. But at the same time, it's few and far between, so it's not like they're working the whole hour. What do you guys do?
I think Smokey is gonna like kind of walk down to see if he can get like a little honey tasting, and then he's gonna try and make his way to the green room.
Okay.
I think that's my plan.
Very cool. Very
Because
cool.
I think he feels like he's a big deal, so he can.
Yeah, I mean, there's honey everywhere.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
There's, you see, like in this first couple rows, right? There's like a very classic honey stand, right, with a very classic like honey pot look.
Mm-hmm.
Next to that, there's a spicy honey labeled "Spicy Derek's Spicy Honey," and it's got this dude with this very like 2000s mohawk, just ready to like hand you the spiciest honeys in the world, things like that, sort of spread
He
around.
needs like a calming, like
Yeah.
he's had a rough day. So
Yeah.
something like like a lavender honey,
Yeah.
like
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. You walk over and like an artisanal honey stand is sort of saying that, as you sort of jested about earlier. There's a very relaxed looking individual. They've got like colored spectacles on. They're like, "Hello, welcome. How can I help you?"
just like need to vibe. Do you have any like vibey honey, like relaxing, like tea or like a little honey sample?
Smokey's
Like,
accent's just full.
Yeah, he's been having a moment. He's like, I should vibe.
Yeah, he's vibe. Okay, yeah. He's like, okay, yeah, I got you.
Why are you looking at me
Just-
like that? That's so.
Nah, I got you. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna have
But like,
CBD in it.
Mhm.
Where does this turn? This is take place.
don't worry, legally I have to tell you there's CBD in it. I say that before any of my transactions.
Yeah.
Because I give off the vibe of it. So yeah. He goes in the back, grabs you these like nice little tubes of honey. But they're like little lavender colorings to them. It's like a very nice sparkling look to it. He goes, yeah, they're like $2 a piece.
Okay. He like takes his big bare hands and like tries to like pull out a 5, and he gives it to him, and he's like, keep the change.
Okay, so to be clear, you want two?
No, just keep the change.
Just.
Oh,
But do you want one stick of
Wait,
honey,
could
and
I-
I'm keeping $3, or do you want?
Keep the
wait,
change.
could I have one too? And then just $1?
He keeps repeating it.
Yeah. So it sounds like we need two. Yeah, let's do honey. Okay, yeah,
Two.
sure. Yeah. So I'm keeping this $1 to be clear. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
My
for
favorite
coming here.
episode.
I hope you're feeling better. Truly. And then he just walks off.
Fucking takes the fucking guy. He's just like, yeah, just eat the honey.
Yep,
And that's it.
absolutely. You're able to have a nice little snack. I mean, canonically, according to the rules of the game, that would put you deeper into bear, but you're not doing that.
No, just
We didn't have enough.
Yeah, no.
This is just like a.
I'm joking.
they just need to see what was going on.
Yeah,
Did the flashback move any of your other points?
No, you didn't give me nothing.
Well, because it specifically says a flashback about the heist, and you were like, I worked in the circus as a boy, and I was like, cool, that was fun.
I gave a beautiful flashback.
You had a great backstory
You
now.
didn't say a flashback to. You said a criminal flashback.
There's one
And so I
page
talked
of
about how
rules.
I
You
was.
can do
I
it.
talked about how it was a circus party and lived my life.
You can voluntarily move a point from bear to criminal by doing a flashback scene in which you and the other bears plan out the heist over coffee and cigarettes in the back room of a CD bar.
Oh, so
About
when
the
we have to
height.
flashback to the plan.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all right.
I'll throw you in later. I
When
threw
there's
you
a-
the wrong
there's-
direction.
Yes, and so I was like, I didn't know
Sorry.
that part.
No, this is way fun.
It's
We're
just
keeping
flashback to last
But-
episode.
So
Now
this
that
is-
happened, though, that is a like character's going to die flashback moment.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
For sure.
So just to put that out there.
So
All right.
if you would like to have a relevant flashback,
Yeah.
maybe
We'll
we're
set it up. We'll set it
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. Anyways,
We'll set it up.
and the honey thing I also read wrong, so we're gonna be moving on.
So fun.
future and keeping.
I'm
all
gonna.
this in.
Should I grab the honey from?
Yeah.
Yeah. Daisy will take the honey.
Yes. Okay. So you have a stick
So
of
wait,
honey.
as I have my own stick of honey.
Yep.
I'm eyeing my grandfather.
Yeah.
That's when we were picking up the badges.
Yeah.
I was getting the sense that you're feeling a little upset. And this temper's legendary in our family.
Just so hungry.
You know, I think that it's a little bit unfounded that people think grizzlies are so terrifying. I personally think that I'm very cute and charming and sweet, but I've been told that we're a little bit scary. And so getting calming honey might be a good move, but I'm a little bit worried. And so before you can take the honey, I'm just like feeling your glare. Be like, remember the plan. We talked about this.
Yeah, and I think we cut back to about a week ago where y'all were in the back room. The two of you are chugging cigars like it's nobody's business. Yeah, you heard me. and
What does that even mean?
the topic of conversation comes up of your grandfather's terrible temper, and I think maybe at some point Bonnie expressed that as a potential concern to you in private, and now we have this.
Yeah, I don't think you have to be worried. The thing is that we have calming techniques. Lavender's really good, deep breathing, yoga. I
just breathe really.
But these are all skills that you just learned from decades of Heist.
I think you made a Maddie's growling a bunch.
No, I'm just deep breathing.
That's how you breathe when you smoke so many cigars.
Look, we just gotta remember why we're all here. It's because we love committing crimes. So,
Can I ask you about the cigars? And then we smash back to the present. All right, yes, and yeah, you may return a point to criminal instead of bear.
Thank
as
God.
your assistance from your lovely granddaughter has brought you back to.
She's my calming.
She's your
thing,
center.
I'd say, yeah, for smoking. He's like, like
another death flag.
yeah. Because he's like, this is my last job, and I want her first big one to like be so good, and I want her to do better. And so he like takes it from his mouth and he just like passes it over to her.
I slipped them in my bag. We can enjoy them after the heist.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you see, there's a bunch of people who are carrying stuff behind you, and like there's like these pallet trucks that are like moving things. And one of them goes, "Oh, whoa, wait!" And a pallet goes to fall off right next to Smokey, but it completely misses him. Thank goodness. It looked like it was about to crush him for a second. Anyways,
that was really close. That was really close.
People run over and they go, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry."
It's okay.
Okay, cool, thanks. And they start picking up the pallet.
Yeah, just this deadpan face, like looking off into the distance. Absolutely.
Somewhere in a vent, Bonnie has a horrible feeling that things are going on.
Well, I hear a cigar.
She's like making her way, and she's like.
those animal instincts.
Yeah, amazing. Okay, so we're on the floor.
Yes.
We've had a calming, cerebral moment for our Smokey. What's the plan, team?
Well, I think we were gonna go to the grave. Where are you?
I'm with y'all. I'm
You're
just
gonna
sort of
come with
like
us?
being your
Yeah.
escort.
Yeah, there's security by the grave,
Yeah,
so I think
yeah.
that's good. Yeah.
I'm keeping an eye out in the vents.
Okay.
See you.
Okay.
I'm
cool,
just
yeah.
watching the floor plan. And
Yeah, you
like
don't-
essentially sending photos.
Right, you don't see her yet. It feels like maybe she's probably getting ready for the speech later or something of that nature.
You're getting a picture of like you guys very far away.
Yeah.
Doing thing, being like, "What's happening?"
Yeah.
Oh,
Why don't you two? Okay, so all three of you, you're heading towards the security
Green room.
into the green room area. Okay, lovely. So you head towards that area, and as you see, there is actually like a not what I would consider a traditional security station at a convention. It is actually pretty beefed up, right? It's not like there's a whole like police station in there, right? But like it sort of feels like whatever the con equivalent of that would be. They have those very classic like fold out tables, and there's just like a bunch of security people eating very stereotypical cop food, like a lot of donuts and coffee and all that kind of stuff, just spread through these tables right before you get to the VIP section.
Yeah, it's like early morning, so that would make
Yeah.
sense. And
Yeah.
also, like, maybe it's a high profile celebrity,
Yeah.
you know?
You see two sort of podiums, one before you get to the security section, and one before you get into the VIP room. So as you all start walking through, you flash your VIP badges. The gentleman who sort of talked to earlier goes, "Oh, Jeremy, all right, cool. You're just escorting them through?"
Yeah, I'm tasked to these folks today.
Oh, okay. Okay, these guys got to be some pretty big
Up and coming
movers
VIPs.
and shakers.
Yeah.
We usually don't have private sales, but that's well. I hope you both have a fantastic day, and sort of lets you through, sort of general cop energy as you go through the security. So they're mostly like all of them, and this is their time before the people they would have to worry about, right? The VIPs are there. Like the odds of someone coming in at this time of day, that's not that high, right? So why don't we do basically the equivalent of a group stealth check in this game, and everyone roll under criminal.
2.
Oh, no.
Oh, you're in the bed. You're fine. Sorry.
6.
2.
That's fine. We're still
4, but I have a foreign criminal.
You have a fun
we're in
criminal
a
too.
room full of.
So a 6 is the closest this game gets to a crit fail.
So we both succeed.
Yeah. Okay, so at this moment, you are crossing through the security station.
Does he have
And-
advantage because he's just like a security guard?
I mean, at the walking through a security station full of humans as a bear, for sure. Jeremy, also known as Cash, also known as Yawg, you sneeze really hard into this face mask.
Oh.
And it's just like a and there's like a little growl at the end of it too. And it's not that the face mask comes off, but you are one of they're meant for people, they're meant for humans. You are bear. You sneeze so hard that like a bit of a hole pops into this face mask. So like a solid chunk of your bear face is showing through that. You hear a couple people like, "God bless you." Huh?
I'm gonna sort of quickly like duck my head away from everyone, and then light up a cigar. just thinking to myself, I wouldn't expect a bear to be smoking a cigar. And, like, oh.
A horrible feeling.
You know, I think once per game, I mean, someone has a prop that just becomes the auto answer, and I love this. Yeah, roll me a criminal check. This is very good.
So,
That's my king. Let's go.
4, which is
Just
my criminal
beat it.
4,
Yeah. Okay, so you hear, oh, that's weird. You're smoking a cigar. Bears don't smoke cigars, but hey, why are you smoking inside, Jeremy?
Look, it's gonna be a long con. I just want to make sure that we start off right.
Yeah.
I
Should I hand out a cigar?
I'm just like pulling.
A couple people go like, hey, you got an extra? Yeah.
I do. 1 second. I'm like trying to like hold them.
Yeah.
I'm like somehow like smoking around the hole.
Yeah.
Just like stick the cigar through the hole, and I'm like covering the rest, and then I'm like somehow doing that with one paw, and then like reaching into the pockets and just like handing out cigars to
Okay.
people.
I was
I'll
gonna
help,
make
I'll
you.
help.
Yeah. I was gonna say, if anyone wants
I'll
to-
help. I'll help.
You roll a criminal, but with advantage.
Okay.
It's a double dice in this one. I assume your assistant.
I'm helping.
Yeah.
That's a 1.
Okay, perfect. Yes, perfectly. With the assistance of Daisy, just cigars are handily passed out as you're like, oh, hold it. And you see,
You can't sneak something like that and not share.
yeah, you see a larger bald gentleman walk over and goes, guys, what the fuck? We can't smoke in here. You know this shit.
While he's starting to lecture all the other security
Yeah.
guards, we're gonna slip.
Okay,
Slip
are you staying behind
I'm
or?
just gonna stay behind for a little second.
A little
and be like,
lecture.
and be like, oh, I think we should all sort of do a little toast for the con.
There's too much attention. We're gonna
Yeah.
try to slip out.
All right, you two move forward through the VIP section, and Cash maybe is a little bit delayed, trying to validate his cigar smoking to his boss. As we move away, there's another security person standing right in front of the VIP section. They go, "Oh, VIP badges, please." Oh, hey, welcome. What are you representing?
So we have our own brand, and we're pretty new to the space, but really excited, especially with the After Dark programming here at the con, where this is a little bit more of a scouting and convent con for us, but we're hoping to do more on stage talent later.
Oh, that's great.
You're not even a character. This is the other one.
It's like a behind the scenes.
Yeah,
Yeah. Daisy panicked and just defaulted to a script.
Mhm.
Yeah. The security guard is just like, "Oh, that's awesome. I'm beginning everyone's Instagrams. Can I just get yours?"
Sure. I hand her a card.
Yeah. Oh, lovely. Well, yeah.
We cut them out and like wrote on them. They're part of the arts of the craft.
We've got a bear.
Give me a
bear
criminal
print.
roll. Give me a criminal roll.
I
You
said
made
we will-
business cards.
I said earlier. They're good.
5.
Okay.
It sounds so
She's still
really, really
learning how to
amateur.
to speak like human.
Very amateur.
I'm gonna say, yeah, you go to give them a card,
And they don't want it.
It's just a piece of paper, and it says like, normal human, not bear, sexy question mark, and it just handed that paper.
Oh, that was a mistake. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Wrong paper.
They're like-
I like motion. No, slap you.
Yeah.
Just keep walking.
You just power through.
No.
Okay. Do you want to do it?
I'm as it's happening, I'm like kind of sidestepping, like very like nonchalant. What I think is nonchalantly.
Yeah.
To go like kind of against the wall and kind of scope out the lay of the room.
So, okay, to be clear, you're just shimmying the conversation
Yeah.
into an area.
She's literally like this, and I'm like in the background, just like
This
sidestepping.
person is very distracted.
Yeah.
Because of that situation and that situation. Roll me a criminal, but with advantage.
That's fucking right. 1.
Okay, perfect. You're the shimmy master, Smokey. Your many years in the job have taught you to shimmy like the best of them. Absolutely.
Picture yourself on a second fall.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's another
exactly.
flashback.
Exactly.
It's another death flag.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Why do people keep saying this about my grandfather?
Let me say it. We in our heads.
Smokey, you're in. You're in the VIP area. And I'm gonna have you mark a point to Bear because
I'm back to 3 and 3.
You're, I think, handing someone a business card, realizing how bad of a job you did, and then going, "Oh,
Yeah.
and being express
Yeah.
frustration." In my
Oh,
opinion.
totally.
For sure.
100%.
So, for sure to have that.
100%.
Awesome.
I'm back to 3 and 3.
Yes. They go, okay. Yeah, okay. I mean, if you don't want to
Sorry.
show that to me, it's okay. I understand that stuff can be sensitive after dark workers. Like, just come on in, have fun.
Oh.
So they let you know the VIP area.
I thought they looked very nice, Daisy.
And you're back in the VIP area. There is nice tables. They got food everywhere. They've got drinks and several fridge set up. I'm basically going to describe actual cons I've been to at this point. There's little pop-up tables everywhere. There's like clearly a section where it's like people from Funny Bunnies are stationed there, but it's not like the back offices. This is more like whatever the third tier of management would be. This is kind of their zone, right? So they're kind of just like around the area. You see a couple celebrities there, the aforementioned Michael Jackson, a couple of other. Oh, I had some fun ones written down.
Is Darby back here?
Darby?
Darby Jones.
Darby Jones. Okay, we're gonna pause that for 1 second. Yes. You know what? The heck with it. Let's do it. Yeah, I think he is. He's the classic lean back in the chair, foot up on the table type. He's got a pair of black boots, very classic, like the legally distinct evil crocodile Dundee, right? Just very, yeah.
I want to text Bonnie and be like,
Yeah.
Darby's here.
Yeah. Bonnie, as you, and I think this is a good time to jump back to you, you're going through these vents, right? And just like in any spy movie, run into the classic situation that by the time you get to where the VIP and security area is, there is one of those giant fans. It's just,
I was wondering about that.
Yeah. and it is just right in front of you. What are you going to do?
And this is like the only way to go that way?
You could, so hypothetically, you could pop out right about, if you look at the map, there's like the outside of the green room area. You could probably pop out right by the security post, but for obvious reasons, maybe not the best idea. There is. Yeah, she's the imposter. Yeah. You can pop out in the bathroom. That's right by that area too. I don't know that you're necessarily locked out of that area completely, but this seems like a tough zone for you to try and pass through and like sort of eye in the sky everybody in this room.
I think these are both bad options.
Yeah. Can I say I brought my little stand with me?
I would assume.
Your stand? Oh yeah, your stand.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
Practice
absolutely.
understand? Okay. I think what I'm gonna try and do is like listen from the vent and go into the bathroom
Yeah.
when I know like nobody's in there.
Sure.
And then I'm going to sit in my little position waiting for somebody to be like, oh, somebody forgot this. So it'll go to Lost and Found behind security. Because that's where Lost and Found goes.
Huh. Yeah. No, this is great. I love it. This is
It's a good idea.
100% another one of those times where I'm going to break this game and say, roll me a luck roll. Because, like, I don't know what else could possibly be here.
Okay. Don't be bad. 17.
That's great. Yeah, just immediately you see a security guard rush in, and I think you have entered the men's room, and I'm so sorry for that. And he goes, "Oh God!" And he's rushing in, throws open the bathroom, goes, "What the hell? I don't know. People, it's probably Darby." And he puts you down as he, does what he needs to do in that room. It's not a pleasant experience for you, but it is what it is. After he's finished, this does happen very, very soon afterwards. So he picks you up with a stand. He goes, "Oh, that is such a weird guy," and then he starts walking out and brings you over to the security station where you can figure out what to do from Lost and Found.
I figure something will be distracting in a bit.
So we go into this VIP room. I think your boss eventually finishes reaming you out, and you've been slightly distracted. He goes, "Just put out the damn cigar, Johnson. Let's get back to work."
Oh, all right.
Yeah, sends you on your very merry way. Now we have our other players here. I think as you're being brought to Lost and Found, I think you clock.
Oh yeah, I'll run over. I'll be like, "Oh, that's Darby's. Let me grab that from you. I'll just take it back to him."
Honestly, that's such a good answer. I don't even. Yeah, you absolutely grab it. He goes, "You might want to get a new face mask." And
That's while still sort of like, I've been real sick. I'm sorry.
Sounds good. We head over to the VIP area. Yeah, Darby Jones is in there currently, and he is just playing with a knife, just full. They have done very little to caught this man. Very, very classic, like hunter type personality, just throwing and catching a knife. He goes, "Cool cosplay. Seen a lot of bears in my time."
Oh, thanks. We're huge fans.
Really? Okay. You wearing any of my work on you right now, or?
Well, obviously not your actual kills, but definitely loosely inspired.
Listen, some people buy the kills all the time. People love this shit much as I do. Sticks the knife right in the table.
I'm gonna walk up with Bonnie, set Bonnie down on the table, and then put one hand down and just like stare him down.
Help you, officer?
What do you think? What do you think of my kill?
Yours?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let me take a close look at it. Yeah. This is a criminal performance where you are playing a dead honey badger. Two. Okay. Yeah, he goes, Honestly, person who stuffed it didn't make it look too lifelike, but yeah, it's not bad. A little small for my taste. I've been itching for some bear right about now.
Well, you know what they say. Sometimes you get the bear. Sometimes the bear gets you. Sometimes you are the bear. And I just
yeah.
squeak at him.
You lost me in that metaphor, partner, but I like your work, so I'll let it slide.
Pick Bonnie back up.
Yeah.
While we're in this room, I'm trying to remember the map, which I clearly don't have in front of me.
Yeah.
But I remember we have to walk through this room to get to where we're trying to go.
Oh yeah, I've already been on the wall, so I've been kind of inching towards like where the door is this whole time. I've not stopped shimmying all the way to the door.
We've talked about it. You had a perfect shimmy roll, so you've shimmied like the best of them. Darby didn't even clock you. He's literally a hunter, so you've shimmied so efficiently that you are right by that door.
What is this? It's got a lock on it. What does it look like?
I mean,
Keypad kind of
it's-
thing, or
I would say it's just like a standard door like this. You could just go into the back room. It's just like people are gonna clock that you're going into an area.
I'm just gonna like kind of shimmy the door, make sure that it's unlocked.
It is.
Okay. And kind of make eyes at everybody.
No, eyes at you, the.
Oh yeah, we're gonna go. And we're gonna follow along.
Okay.
And sort of walk that way.
So you're kind of like escorting us in?
Yeah.
Are you taking
Oh yeah, we're taking Bonnie.
and very up? Making sure we're not leaving Bonnie.
Treasure, honestly. Obviously.
What? Wait. What was through the door again?
Through the door is the guard post
With the
and
laser.
So the guard post is a natural place for you to go.
Mhm.
Maybe my
We're having a flashback moment.
yes.
This is my first heist. I'm feeling anxious. I'm feeling nervous. And I'm trying to remember what we talked about
Yes.
when we were planning this scenario. And I remember like, trying to get all the smoke out of my face. And I'm like, okay, wait. So y'all, once we get to the green room, what are we gonna do? How do we get in again?
I feel like she would have recommended like if I am technically lost and found, I wonder if he's just continuing on to the next guard post to be like, do you know where this goes?
I think
In the planning moment, we know that we want to use the cigars. So we all need to be there by the laser grid.
I would say that. Why am I Southern? I would say that.
That's a simple contraband.
Oh, not the
I would say that we would be kind of walking towards the
We
store.
stay in the VIP as a distraction. While they go in.
Right.
We wait for the tap signal that the lasers are turned off.
And I'll make sure.
And then we say, oh, wait a minute. I know whose taxidermied thing that was, and we'll go back in.
Yes.
So we stay with the hunter, or stay in the VIP room as a distraction.
And we'll give them like 30 cigars. So like
Love it.
so many.
Okay.
And if they go away somehow or get passed out, we will have so many cigars that it won't even be a question if we have a cigar to do the smoke.
Bet. So this is happening. I'm like staring off into space. And like we're here in this VIP room, and I like am moseying over to the snacks and trying to decide, do I want a steel granola bar? Do I want this tea? And I'm really just like thinking like, what did we talk about? I have this memory. I remember the plan. I'm like, oh yeah, I should get some of these snacks, fake eating them, or stick them in my bag.
Yep.
To look human.
Act natural.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna take Bonnie back to the
So while they're doing that, we're acting natural.
Back to the guard post. Okay. Yeah.
and near the laser grid there.
Right here.
Oh, the one inside. Okay, so
Yeah.
you enter through the back room,
Yep.
right?
As a security guard.
Okay, so as everyone enters, or the select group, you enter into this laser grid room, right? It is a very classic situation of like guard post, lasers, guard post. Not really sure which one probably disables the lasers. You're probably assuming it's not the one where you can walk in and just do the normal thing. But it looks like it's like a little bit of lost and found type thing in there. And you can walk in, you can place Bonnie down there if you want. But there's another gentleman, probably in his mid-40s, big curly mustache in there, like, hey Jeremy, you trying to smoke in here? It's kind of wild.
It's just him in there in that room.
Yeah.
Right.
In that tower. There's also a second tower on the other side of the laser grid where there is an individual speaking or saying.
And they can see us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Is it like a guard post where you walk all the way in, or is it one that like it's like you talk to them through a?
There is a window. They let him in as
Okay.
security. Also, move point to criminal from there.
Oh, 'cause
you had a criminal flashback, literally.
I needed to make sure we actually knew.
Yeah.
Do you like how I said he has so many cigars because he passed out so many cigars and I wasn't worried that he had enough
See,
for them?
that's why we had a flashback.
Yeah.
That's why we needed a flashback.
Yeah. So I'll.
I'm gonna move back to 2 bear for criminal.
Okay, so you have one guard in this one post, one guard in the far post, laser grid in between.
Okay.
I think it's up to you. You're
So I'm gonna walk up to the guard.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, the boss, he reamed me out for smoking in the main area there. So I'm just gonna sneak back here, smoke a little. If you're gonna be cool about it.
criminal roll.
It's a 1.
He's like, I might be security, but I'm not a narc, dude. Yeah, I got you.
Hell yeah, bro.
And he goes, I'll catch your post out there. And so he walks out of the post and just leaves the back room.
Oh, it just leaves.
Yeah, I think he thinks that you want to specifically smoke in the little box. So he's like, pop
yes.
up.
Gotcha. Perfect.
And you notice the guard in the far sort of security area. He's like picked up a book at this point, and he's just sort of like he's doing a very bad job. So if hypothetically a small bear went through the laser grid, this man would probably not notice.
Hypothetically.
What
A very
hypothetical
tiny
small
bear.
Yeah.
So Cash is just gonna light up a bunch of cigars, have 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And then just
Vacation.
throw them into the sort of like slide them on the
Yeah.
floor
Love this for
into the
us.
like the
Absolutely.
laser grid so that
I can see.
I love
I
this
can see
visual.
where they're at.
These cigars roll through this laser grid, and as you, it's just full like steamroller through.
And I just see them, and I'm just like, and I finally am like, okay.
And you've been practicing for weeks. You've
Yeah.
been practicing being in a room full of smoke inhalation.
Smoke.
You have nothing to fear at
Yeah.
this point.
Well,
And even
that's
if the guard
nice.
was to look, all he sees a big wall of smoke and probably pull the fire alarm if anything.
Yeah, so I think she's just gonna very carefully just like find where everything is and
Yep.
get all the way to the other side.
I mean, that's a criminal roll if ever I saw one.
Alright. Oh. 5. I'm gonna.
It's a 5. Huh. Okay.
Yeah, my criminal's 4. So
Your
it's
criminal
one
is
off.
4. You are gonna definitely mark a point into bear.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
You all see Bonnie crush it at first. Just boom, through the laser 1, through laser 2, through laser 3. And you flash back to Leslie going, I remember somebody had singed hair.
Oh no.
And full.
But I'm so cute.
As you have a horrifying bald spot that goes from the top of your head all the way down to the back.
I was so cute.
Why did you
You-
do all the mean stuff? Saying you weren't cute. And then
You fly through this section and just boom, 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 boom. You get through the grid, but then right into the door of the next guard post.
Okay.
This guy goes, "Oh, what the hell?" Starts.
Yeah. Okay. And I also am frustrated now.
yeah, for sure.
Cool.
So,
Okay.
definitely had a point to bear. Take it away
Yeah.
from criminal.
Okay. Is it? And are they opening the door?
He's moving to see what's up because now he's
Great.
turned around, and sees a wall of black ear gray smoke,
Okay.
and heard a thump at his door.
As soon as the door opens,
Yeah.
I'm gonna run in, like scurry in really fast. Don't care if I'm seen, and try and hit whatever I think is gonna turn the grid off.
Ooh.
It's a criminal roll. I mean, there's nothing else to it. Yeah. 2. Awesome. You run by this guy. He goes,
Okay.
"What is that, a raccoon?" No idea.
I knew it was gonna be raccoon. I knew it was gonna be raccoon.
You just jump through the air very dramatically, slam the button that says "Shut off lasers." They've got to have a better
Yeah, they've
system.
At the end, yeah.
The laser system drops, and he goes, "What?" and pulls out, as every guard has,
Yes.
a giant sack.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Captures you in this sack.
Oh god.
Jeremy, there's a raccoon in here.
Oh no!
No.
I've never thought a raccoon could shut off the laser grid. That shit's crazy, dude. Anyways, throws it over his shoulder. I think I gotta go take this outside.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Oh man. I'm like, what do I do here? What do
I think because I can speak fair and these humans can't understand me, I think she's just very much like, keep going, I'll be outside.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
Yeah,
this
like-
normal human
Like,
doesn't
he
hear
know who I
anything.
am.
Yeah.
Like, so
Yeah.
I think she's just,
So you're like, don't blow
Yeah.
your cover.
don't blow it. just-
Okay.
he said I'm gonna go put it outside.
Yeah.
She's like, keep
Yeah.
going. Like, we're almost there. Don't be stupid.
It's
Alright, yeah.
up to you. Do you
Just a
consent to
very
this plan?
angry, posh British honey badger who's pissed as hell about her hair.
Yeah.
Do we hear this from the VIP room?
I
I think you're like a scuffle, but probably not.
think
anything
you would, because
crazy.
you walked over to the door.
Oh yeah, I
right?
was. We were like on the door.
But not far.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
Maintaining cover.
I'll kind of like motion Daisy to like come over
Yeah.
closer so we can kind of put our
Yeah.
ears to the door, but not go in.
Yeah.
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 So
Okay.
Cash is just gonna like hold his tongue and really
Yeah.
feels really bad about this. He doesn't he
Yeah.
wants to just like go over there and knock this guy out or something, but he's like, you know what?
Instinctive
Yeah.
reaction.
Yeah, I
How
have to
dare
be
you.
I
Yeah.
have to be cool for a second. We
Yeah.
secured the laser
Mhm.
grid, so that was the goal.
Sounds like you have to take a point from criminal, put it in bear.
I don't know if we can
Put it-
Feeling-
Frustration, yeah,
Yeah?
because it didn't go
Frustration.
well. It didn't go well, so he's mad.
Where are you at?
I'm a
3-3.
3-3.
Oh,
He's a
that's
3.
fine.
He's perfectly balanced.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we hear this this from inside the bag. This guy goes, "Dude, this raccoon's pissed off." Well, starts walking outside.
Mhm.
Obviously, now you're alone.
Yeah. I think we did establish there was a bit of a consequence for this game, and you are bagged and tagged, which we probably should have brought up ahead of time, but we'll hopefully see you rescued very soon, my friend.
We're all sad. All right.
She's alive, I promise. She's alive.
I didn't have to touch that.
I might not be soon.
So with one of your friends snagged, bagged, and tagged, thrown out into the streets of nondescript town, we have lost a member of our party. But that's not all. Come back next time for the conclusion of Honey Heist. See y'all later.